On Thursday, September 24th, you have the unique opportunity to step back in time to the American Revolution at a living history tour of Rocky Mount. Steve Ricker is here this morning to share with us how this event at Rocky Mount will enable everyone from 8 to 80 to learn more about the importance of Rocky Mount in the fight for American independence. Steve, appreciate you being here today.
Thanks for having me.
This is just one small event in a very large number of events that are going on.
Oh yes, oh yes. That's just one stop along the way. We're actually starting in Abington on Sunday with a candlelight tour on the 20th. And each day we'll make our way down the Overmountain Victory Trail all the way to Kings Mountain, South Carolina, with programming going on and storytelling all along the trail. This is going to be a very special year for us because this is the 40th anniversary of the Overmountain March being recreated. 40 years ago, a group of people started in Abington and they walked every step of the way to Kings Mountain, South Carolina.
Have you made that march?
This will be my 9th year doing the march. And a few years ago, there were a group of us that decided to do not quite as much walking, but a little more talking.
Right.
Because we decided that this story was just too important to let die.
Right.
We actually call it keeping the story alive. So we do the storytelling of the Overmountain people and the Battle of Kings Mountain to everybody across 4 states during the march. And last year, I think we programmed for close to 10,000 people in a little over 2 weeks, and a little over 8,000 of them were 4th and 5th graders.
Yeah, and it's so important. The people need to know the importance of the Overmountain Victory there at Kings Mountain because it was a turning point in the American Revolution.
It was very much a turning point. A lot of people, when they read about the Revolutionary War, you know, they hear of Lexington and Concord, but they don't realize the importance of the Southern campaign of the Revolutionary War. And Kings Mountain was definitely a turning point because that was the first time the British had really got defeated. And it was an all-volunteer army. Within an hour and 5 minutes, they had defeated Patrick Ferguson and then turned around and came back across the mountains, came home.
Right.
And they never came together as an army again.
But just the realization that these farmers, these settlers, these people, these trappers, everybody got together with one common purpose, made that march, and defeated a standing army was so important. I mean, and people just don't realize the importance in history that things may have turned.
Oh yeah, because with that little battle on Kings Mountain, it sent the commander of the British Army in the South on a retreat. He retreated all the way back to Yorktown, and of course everybody knows how that ended. And
it all started right here in our neighborhood.
It all started right here in our neighborhood. So as we do the march each year, as we travel down that trail, we try to encourage as many people to come out and visit with us, to hear the story, to take part in what we're doing, even walk with us on the trail. We work in partnership with the National Park Service to preserve and interpret this, not just this story, but the trail itself. And it's just so important to get the story out to as many people as we possibly can.
Steve Ricker, appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for getting the word out. Hey, it is going to be a big time. Overmountain Victory, Thursday, September 24th, 7 p.m., Rocky Mount Living History Museum. There's a number, there's a website. They would love for you to come out and live history with them.